Hey, how's it going? Daniel here, just taking a quick video. Wanting to take this video really on the topic of it has now been 6 months since I've moved to Japan. So I think it's just time to kind of recap on that and just have a wee chat about it. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to be showing around, not Kanazawa, to Shirakawago. So feel free just to kind of have a sit back, relax, and even have it on in the background. Or if you really just want to have a look to see what Shirakawago is like, I'll just get off the beaten path here, get off the main street, and show you what it's like. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so we're just on the main street, and I can actually see the ice cream shop that I really like is open, so I know exactly what I'm going to be doing after I've recorded this video. You can see the viewpoint just up in the distance there. I went up there, I think about a couple of days ago, 2, maybe 3 days ago, and it was tough going. But anyway, these aren't here to listen to that. So I've been living in Japan 6 months, and I gotta admit, I am really loving it. It has been so much better than my last time living in Japan, which was pretty damn crap. And it was crap for a few reasons that I've covered in other videos, but just for a recap for anyone new that is watching or any recent subscribers, the last time I was living and working in Japan was back in 2017, 2018, and that was when I was teaching English in Tokyo. So yeah, famous last words, teaching English in Tokyo. So yeah, don't do that if you're considering it. But anyway, that was really a bad experience. I just was not getting on well with my colleagues. I was not getting on well with the people in my shared house. So it almost feels like I was the common denominator. But as for why I wasn't getting on well at my workplace, that was because they did not like my accent. And that was an issue for them. Even though I interviewed for the job, my accent wasn't an issue there, and even during the unpaid training day, my accent was not an issue. So it just suddenly became an issue. So it did. So you can imagine how annoying that is. So there was nothing in my contract telling me that I needed to sound North American. So there wasn't. So yeah, you can kind of tell where I would have a bit of a gripe with that. So why am I even talking about that? Well, that's because my current job, there's no issue with the likes of my accent. So there isn't. I actually just get to speak the way I want to speak, the way I was brought up to speak, and be proud of being from Northern Ireland. So yeah, I'm enjoying that, and the guests on the tour are enjoying that too. So yeah, did not like teaching English, and basically every day was a fight with my colleagues. It certainly helped me develop a bit of a thick skin, but when you're fighting with your colleagues practically every day, it starts to get to be a bit stale. And that kind of leads me to the other thing that was a nice wee segue, my current job. So I get on really well with my colleagues, and yeah, it's an international team, so it is, of Americans, people from the UK, other parts of Europe, even Japanese. So it's an international team, and we all get along quite well with each other. My boss is very sound, really dead on. Yeah, he's from America, and yeah, he is totally fair and probably one of the best bosses I've had, because just totally approachable and you can have a chat, and yeah, no issue with my accent either. I really do enjoy my current place of work. I enjoy getting to know the various guests, and also just getting to travel around different parts of Japan. So it's a lot of fun. Tour guiding is great. Definitely consider if you have a good general background in Japanese history and culture, because you really need that first and foremost. Let's see, what have we got over here? Oh, we got a nice river. So yeah, getting back to what I was talking about, life here just in these 6 months, I mean, it hasn't all been like, you know, super duper easy and rainbows. It has been tricky getting life set up, like getting a bank account. That was an absolute flipping nightmare. Getting my Zaidu card, which is my residence card, also another flipping nightmare. And that all comes down to me having a middle name, curse my middle name. Things like that can be a bit of a challenge. But once you get through it, you kind of, you know, just deal with it. You just get through it. And even discovering just, you know, getting my driver's license changed to Japanese license, just a bit of a pain in the butt too. But here, what can you do? If you're living here, you just kind of have to deal with it and just make it happen. Gotta quickly cross the road here before I get killed. But yeah, the hardest thing really about living here is actually making friends. Making friends is so flipping hard. So it is. I don't know if it's because I'm now in my 30s, not that I'm old, but maybe that's, you know, part of it too, because obviously I'm not interested. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's people in their 30s still interested in going to bars and clubs, but I'm not. I've never really been into that type of lifestyle. So yeah, definitely a challenge making friends here, but that'll come with time. So, well, I'm trying to actually even think what else to really talk about, because I haven't had, like, you know, massive issues or problems. So I've already mentioned in the last video getting my savings moved across. That was a bit of a pain in the butt, and you know, just took a long time to really make happen. So it did, because I just had to do it gradually. If I moved my savings really, you know, in a very quick amount of time, I more than likely would have had a phone call from the Japanese bank, basically wondering, right, so you money laundering, bud? Okay, another siren, interesting. And yeah, just with the likes of the savings thing and moving money across, as I kind of mentioned in my other video, I used Wise, and it was reasonable. It was all right. So it was, besides just getting, you know, emails basically telling me, here, don't do online casino gambling, which I wasn't doing, by the way. I'm sure that siren is quite loud. Hopefully not too loud and annoying, but yeah, I would say it's somewhat. But I will probably start wrapping this video up. I'm not one for dragging a video on if I don't need to drag it on. But really all I wanted to say was, yeah, I'm totally enjoying my life in Japan this time round more. Or actually, oh, one more thing, homesickness. Not really that homesick. That's not to say I don't miss family and friends, because I do. I mean, I just literally said I don't even have friends here. Of course I have my wife, and I've got her family, which is great, and they spoil me, and they're so good to me, and my wife is so good to me. So I'm very, very lucky. But it's always nice to have, like, you know, some friends. And so when I had my best friend back, he was here with his wife, you know, get on so well with them. And when they were here in Kanazawa, which I'm not in right now, I'm in Shirakawago. And when they were in Kanazawa, it was great having them. Just, you know, two people from back home, getting to hear the Northern Irish accent, just basically talk a bunch of nonsense and crap, and just really just, you know, show them all the cool touristy things to do. It was so much fun. And then when they went home, or left Kanazawa, I gotta admit, I felt actually a wee bit homesick, and that was my first time actually feeling that. So I know I'll feel that way when my parents are here and my younger brother are here, and when they eventually then leave, the homesickness will probably kick in once again. But before that, hadn't been feeling homesick at all, and was coping so well. But I think that was because really my job is so sociable, and I'm meeting people every day and chatting with people, and really being kept quite busy, both physically, mentally, and sociably. Or socially, making up words there, I think that's really helped with the likes of the homesickness. And I've got my comforts as well, my apartment, like my Xbox. I mean, you know, important things, Xbox, and, you know, Netflix, all that stuff. And brought plenty of things from back home, and of course get frequent parcels from back home too. So yeah, now I think that's everything. So I'm going to wrap this up and get an ice cream, because I've totally earned one. My guests are on their free time. I've done my guided part of the tour, and it's within their tour package to have some free time. So I'm going to get that before I then have to go and get my ice cream before I have to go back to the meetup spot. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully you've enjoyed seeing more of Shirakawago. I should be able to show a wee bit of Kuro Bay in the coming weeks, ideally, fingers crossed. If I've got anyone's hopes up and I don't show Kuro Bay, I am sorry. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate everyone's support as always. I gotta admit, I am quite lucky. The channel has been growing at, you know, a very decent wee pace. I'm quite happy with that. I've done, you know, better than I thought I would. So for anyone that has been watching from the start, or even just yesterday, thank you, and I really appreciate it. So have a nice day, and I hope you've enjoyed just looking around Shirakawago.